Oh no. Dude, what? You have 3 project cars. Well, a donor, but what the hell is this over here?
So,
oh, I know what it is, but pretend I don't know what it is.
as you can tell with my shirt, yeah, it's not obviously apparent. My dream car is actually a 1969 Dodge Charger. And that's exactly what this is. I picked this up, God, I don't know, 7 years ago from a gentleman in Houston, Texas, who very obviously was a fan of the Dukes of Hazzard show. After I picked it up, I felt like a damn fool. This thing was kind of expensive, and you know, it ran like hell. Retrospectively, it's just sitting here doubled in price, which, you know, today I couldn't realistically afford this car right now, so I'm pretty damn happy I have it, but it needs a whole lot of work, and it suffers from the Mopar tax, which basically is everything costs twice as much on a Dodge than it does on a GM. So it's kind of astronomically expensive to work on, even if you do the work yourself. And that's actually why that LeMans GTO project exists. It's to sell and fund this car. For me, it was really important to have a 440 in the car, and that was one of the selling points of this car. And there it is. Now, retrospectively, this is not going to be the engine that's going to be in the car. This thing ran, and I use that. It's a very generous term. This was a 98% car, which means it took 98% of your concentration to drive and not die. This thing always ran really rough. I assume it spun a bearing or something. I could probably get it running now pretty fast, but it'd blow up really quick. The engine needs a complete rebuild, and these 440s are cool, but they're big, they're heavy, and they're expensive to build. So I like resto-mods, you know that now, so I'm probably going to put something else in here. Yeah, not a Hellcat motor, I don't have that kind of money, but, you know, maybe a 392, something like that. We'll figure it out. But so this is your standard 10-bolt GM rear end that came with the car. It's got the mid 2 gears in it. I'm not exactly sure what the ratio is, but that's probably going to end up changing. But the housing is fine. You can see I've already restored and painted it, got the bushings out, so it's ready to go back in with the new Hotchkiss suspension. All I got to do is prep the bottom end of the car, throw that in there with the new suspension, and this sucker will roll on its own.
I'm really excited about all this stuff, to be honest. I don't know as much about the older cars as you do. I still have a respect and appreciation for them. But I mean, I'll happily follow you with cameras and get dirty when I can help you with stuff. I'd love to like help you finish this car. I'll commit. I'll be here on Saturdays, Sundays, whatever you got to do. I'm super new, so I know where the gas goes. You know what I mean? So but if you're okay with that, like I'd totally be happy to like start this channel and get this thing finished. I'd love to see this thing accomplished and know that I was here when it was like on stilts and had Camaro wheels, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I could definitely use the help for sure. I'm glad you're excited about it. You know, I feel like there aren't too many car guys around anymore, so
it's 1, 2, and then that's it, right?
Yeah, no, it's nice to see that people are excited about it. You know, this is my bread and butter. I love this stuff. I've loved it ever since I was in high school, which I ain't gonna tell you how long ago that was, but anyway.
1, 2 decades.
Shut up. But, you know, I actually, believe it or not, yeah, you mentioned that you want to do the Eclipse and stuff like that. And, you know, I actually started in Japanese stuff. You know, my first car was 19.
Nobody would have guessed, by the way, like if you walk by the cars right in your driveway.
Yeah. I had a 1998 Honda Prelude. I love that thing. I've owned an Integra, a couple Civics, a few Civics. So, you know, and I've had a lot of the BMW stuff too. So I'm a lover of all cars. This is definitely my favorite stuff, but yeah, I'd like to get this show on the road as soon as this thing gets running. You know, faster the better. We move on to other stuff. You know, maybe a little more in your wheelhouse. So I
can clearly say your neighbor hates JDM because when we were talking about everything else, no jackhammering. As soon as we bring up Eclipse, it comes right on back. So
interesting thing about these headers. These are truck headers that come off probably a 5.3 or 4.8 truck. The nice thing about all these LS headers is their flow pattern is actually really, really good.
It's simple.
Nothing short of a really expensive long tube is going to give you better flow and better power. So these are really the best you can get. I got these off eBay for like, I don't know, $100 or something. So.
And how did you know that they were going to fit the engine? I mean, just
Well, all LS headers fit all LS motors. So anything off a 4.8 or a 5.3 truck is going to fit your LS1 up to your LS3.
so we're gonna be adding some high temperature paints to the headers. Yeah. All right. So we've already derusted them, even though they may look a little brown. This is actually pretty good in my opinion. You can ask Mike if it's better. But he told me. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint the headers with high temperature paint, just to prevent rusting, and then also make it look a little bit better, right? A little bit of style. Just a tiny bit. I didn't bring my respirator, so I'm gonna do the old 3rd grade who farted trick and just cover my nose like this, and we're good to go, right?
Message to all you guys. If you paint, please, please, please use a good quality 3M respirator. This shit's really bad. This will mess you up more than anything else. So, bad.
This is a good quality respirator. Good to go. The t-shirt apparently is not. Hey, what is this? What is this? Sweet, I'm officially in the club. Thanks for the respirator.
Yeah, I don't want you getting hurt. And I don't want people on YouTube being like, oh my god, you're going to have a respirator. We're doing this right. Should be wearing glasses too. But
The people on YouTube would have done it without a respirator as well.
yeah. So, smooth, clean over, and end off. And then you run off. Doesn't matter for this stuff too much. This is,
That's from when you used to tag.
this is cast shit. So, don't, like, just get the paint on there. Is the important part. When we paint actual fenders, which we will do, I promise, I'll show you how to properly paint.
And you're not worried that like any of this is going to end up on the general?
It's not going to be this color. I don't care.
Oh.
So,
Oh, wait, really? I thought you were going to restore this because it's a Dukes of Hazzard General Lee.
fuck no.